All right, the second part of your assignment is going to ask you to make a table of values and then graph the relation. So I'm going to do one of those for you so that you have an example to refer back to should you need it. Okay, so first things first, let's make our table of values. That's our x and y. Okay. And I'm going to do a couple on each side of 0. So I'm going to do -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so all I'm doing is taking the x, substituting it into the equation, or relation, I guess we would call it. Okay, so -4 times -3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. All right, your integer rules come into play here again. And so that's what my y would be, because I'm using this as my place to substitute. All right, you don't have to write all this out every time. It's good practice, but I'm going to fast track here a bit and do them in my head. So -2, -4 times -2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. -1 times -4 is 4 plus 1 is 5. I'm seeing my pattern here already. As you notice, it's decreasing by 4. I wouldn't have to actually sub it in. I could just keep the pattern going, but I'm going to do this by subbing. -4 times 1 is -4 plus 1 is -3. Okay, let's just do this quicker. -7 and -11. Alright, so now I need to set up my graph. I'm going to remind you of a few things here. This is your x-axis. This is your y. Alright, this is quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. I know that if it lands in quadrant 1, the numbers are going to be both positive. Quadrant 2 is going to be a -x and a positive y. Quadrant 3 is going to be a -x and a -y. And quadrant 4 is going to be a positive x and a -y. Okay, so let's do some plotting here. I need between 13 and -11 and those included. So I'm going to go up the x-axis and down by 2's. Okay, so it'll be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and -2, -4, -6, -8, -10, -12, -14. And the y, I'm going to go by 1's. Alright, so on the x. On the y, I've gone by 3's, or 2's, pardon me. And the y's, I'm going to go by 1's. I can do that. I just can't do 2's here and the bottom of the y go by 1's. This has to be consistent, and so does your x. So this will be positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't actually need those to be that high, but I'm putting them like that. Now, normally you would also label these. I'm not going to because my pen is quite thick and it doesn't quite land where I want it to, but do have a look in your book at the samples of the graphs. Make sure that you're labeling properly. Okay, so let's plot these points. -3 and 13 I know is going to land here. So -3 is -1, 2, 3 on my x-axis. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 on my y, so I need to be in the middle here. -2 and 9, -1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and down 1 is 9. -1 and 5, -1, 2, 4, 6. I want in between 4 and 6. I want 0. Okay, and 1. And remember, it's not 0 and 1, it's 0 and 1. Because this is your y, not your x. Okay? 1 and -3, 1, 1, or 2, 4, I want in between there. 2 and negative 7, 2, 4, 6, 8, I want in between there. And 3 and negative 11. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, right there. Okay, my dots aren't perfect. I want yours to be perfect because you have no reason for them not to be. I even have a random dot right there, I see. Okay, and then you're going to draw your line, which this is going to prove to be quite interesting here, so bear with me. Ah, not bad. Okay, so your line should hit all those points and be a straight line. So make sure you're using a ruler when you plot these too. Alright, again, you have visual examples to look at, and you can go back and look at this. And you shouldn't have any problem with your assignment, and I'll see you in the next lesson.